Welcome back everyone to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Eldritch Horror Season 8, Episode 3. We are playing the Dreamlands and we're going to jump into turn 3. Got the sideboard set up. I like the Dreamlands sideboard because we've got it's sort of laid out in that vertical way, so it really fits on the tabletop real well. Last turn we got to close out our first active mystery, and I think as a result we'll be able to set up Luke and Vincent with their personal stories, so things are going quite well for the team already. We're playing with the gates face up, so as new gates spawn we already know where the next gate is going to be. So this is sort of, I guess thematically this is kind of like thinking of it as Luke Robinson's the dreamer. He's got this and Vincent Lee has got the Otherworld Codex, right? So the Otherworld Codex gives him the ability to sort of read the future, where the gates are going to open. So it's kind of a cool theme. Speaking of otherworldly, Tales of the Yellow Sign, Volume 1 and 2 from Pontos Fathom Press. We've got the classic Robert W. Chambers, King in Yellow, with a preface by August Moldenhauer. This is collecting the original stories: Repair of Reputations, The Mask, The Court of the Dragon, and The Yellow Sign, and more. One of Lovecraft's original favorites, inspiring for the Cthulhu Mythos. Volume 2. Moldenhauer continues with his critical look at Lost Carcosa and The Yellow Sign. This digs deep into Ambrose Bierce's first mentioning of Carcosa, Hastur, poems about Carcassonne, the history of Carcassonne, with some texts that has implications of the Yellow Sign. A history of the Yellow Sign. The Qatar had a yellow cross, which is kind of interesting. So we got to talk a little bit about Qatar and Catharism, even some things about the Islamic Saracen invasions of medieval Europe that kind of bring us to, the mad Arab Necronomicon. So lots of interesting crossovers here. Finally, Manichaeanism. Great collection for your Cthulhu collection. Yellow Sign helps support the channel. Also, liking and subscribing helps us to keep content coming your way. Really appreciate you guys helping us grow to 1,000 subscribers this year. Hopefully we get caught up by the algorithm, get more people, and grow the channel. So looking forward to that. Thanks a lot for your support. Check out the links below, and let's jump right into turn 3. We've got the Dreamwalker has closed, so let's just double check with Vincent's. It says for Vincent Lee, when a mystery is solved, discard this card and gain the Do No Harm reward. So we can discard this card, and he gets the Do No Harm reward. We also can discard Carolyn Fern's card because she's got the Missing Link reward. Do No Harm. When this card is gained, you gain a composed condition and a practiced condition. So let's go out and get a composed condition and a practiced condition. Here's a practice condition, and he already has a composed condition. Well, let's look for... but he can have another one. Practice, skullduggery, guts. Okay, so that is that, and let's go ahead and also finish. It says when you gain a resource, you gain an additional resource. Wow. So when he gains a resource, he gains an additional resource. So that's helpful. And finally, Luke Robinson's quest. It says, the Shadow of Doubt. When a mystery is solved, discard this card and gain the Dreamer reward. So again, we've already, on turn 3, we've gained all of their quests. This is unprecedented. So something about Dreamlands attracts this kind of behavior. When you gain this card, gain 1 Walking the Ley Lines unique asset. So let's look for the Walking the Ley Lines unique asset. That sounds so interesting. These are tasks. let's see, walking the ley lines. Walking the ley lines gives him, when you close a gate during an otherworld encounter, place that gate on this card, then you may flip this card. Wow. Okay, so this helps him in his Dreamlands. You can also recover sanity, so great. So we've got a lot of progress. This card box. We've got a lot of progress from our characters. Let's reveal the second active mystery, Dream Within a Dream. Dream permeates reality. The border between what is and what is not becomes hazy and unfocused, as if it were a memory from some time immemorial. What was once peaceful rest has now become a deadly nightmare. As an encounter, an investigator on a space containing a dream portal may discard the dream portal and attempt to distinguish reality from fantasy. He draws and resolves a Dream Within a Dream special encounter, then spawns the dream portal. At the end of the Mythos phase, if there are Eldritch tokens on the card equal to half, solve this mystery. Okay, so as an encounter, investigator on a space containing a dream portal. So we have to look for a dream portal card to activate this. A dream portal is different than a dream quest, I'm going to say, right? So that means a portal that's been opened up. So basically when this portal gets opened up in the dream realm, I believe. Okay, so or is it, this is a space containing a dream portal. Is that the dream portal? Yeah. Yes. Okay. So on a space containing a dream portal. So we're talking about London, Rome, or Shanghai. So let's have Vincent. Let's have Carolyn Fern. Let's have the Dream Walker go ahead to Unknown Kadath. Let's have Carolyn Fern, or maybe Dalathleen. Let's have Carolyn Fern come back. So she will come back from they were in Unknown Kadath before, so she has to kind of go back to Unknown Kadath. So let's have her go back to Unknown Kadath, and she can then go to Rome the next round. So she's in Unknown Kadath this round, and then she can also heal up. Let's have her heal. Let's have her also. Okay, so let's have her heal first with the other investigator. So Luke Robinson and her will both heal, and they can each gain one, and then she can actually give an extra rest token to Luke Robinson. So he has an extra. He gets an extra additional sanity. So now his sanity is almost fully healed. Okay, so that's fine. So she's done a rest, and now she will move to Unknown Kadath, and she can have an encounter in Unknown Kadath. And then let's have and then we'll have Luke Robinson go to Dalathleen. You know, I think because I get confused easily, I'm just going to put Luke Robinson as sort of like the second player, because it seems like I'm going in that order. Always, he'll just go second, and I'll make Vincent Lee the Doctor be our follow-up guy. Again, I think that let's have him go up to Ulthor, and then he can go to the Enchanted Woods next round. So that will be there. And also, can he do a healing too? He's got 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. So he doesn't need to heal. Let's have him gain a resource, and he can gain an additional resource as well. Okay, perfect. And once per round, when another investigator on your space performs a rest action, she gains 1 clue. So she can also pick up a clue. So let's have her grab a clue on just gain a clue randomly. So that's okay. So now we're ready to finish off our action phase. and let's move into our encounter phase. So first off, we're going to have the encounter with unknown Kadath. So Carolyn Fern, the psychologist, she goes to unknown Kadath, and let's read our first encounter card. Oh, unknown Kadath doesn't have an encounter card. Yikes. Okay. That's fine. So she will just do, I guess she'll just have a wilderness encounter then. Okay, but the wilderness encounter, at least it is a other world, dream worlds. So let's read it. A family of cannibals trap you in their ramshackle hut. Yikes, that's not fun. That never seems fun. So let's have her. If you pass, you break free and leave with an item that belonged to one of their precious previous victims. Gain 1 random magical asset from the deck. Gain 1 random magical asset from the deck. And she gains an enchanted bow. She gains +3 during combat. A monster of your choice on your space loses 1 health. So suddenly our psychologist in unknown Kadath is now a mystical archer in the Dreamlands. So that's kind of cool. Dreamlands seem really fantastic. I think what I'll do is during some of the turns I'll pull out the H.P. Lovecraft and I'll do a little bit of reading from the Tales of Unknown Kadath. I think that's pretty good. We've got Randolph Carter in this otherworld adventure. So someone who comes through here, it may have to be our Dreamland guy, because now we've kind of gone to Unknown Kadath for no reason. So we kind of have to backtrack on the next turn. No worries. Let's also see, can we use a ship? We can use the ship because, as you guys know, in the Dreamlands there are ships. There's like the white ship and there's a crystal ship inside the Dreamlands. So maybe on the next turn she'll just shoot down to Dalathleen. We'll have our Dreamer go down to the moon, and then we'll have Vincent Lee, the Doctor, go up to the Enchanted Woods and do our portal encounter. Okay, so let's go off to Luke Robinson. He is going to have the Dalathleen encounter. And we see Dalathleen. You meet a man who eats hexes. You may discard a cursed condition. He shows you a text written in gibberish. Okay, so does he have a cursed condition? No, he's already gotten rid of his condition, so no cursed condition. He shows you a text written in gibberish, and he has to roll a check for that. So let's have him roll a check with his lore. And he fails. If you fail, you start speaking gibberish and you lose 1 sanity. So Luke Robinson loses 1 sanity because he was unable to pass his the gibberish of Dalathleen. So 1 sanity goes back in the box, and we'll finally go to encounter phase with the Doctor, Vincent Lee, who is in the Enchanted Woods. Oh no, sorry, he's in Ulthor, the Catland. So now we're using, these are the special encounter cards that are just for Ulthor, Dalathleen, and Cephalaeus. So let's see what's going on in Ulthor, the city of cats, with Dr. Vincent Lee. The cats have captured a Zoog and you offer to question it. So he's been approached by cats to question a Zoog, and he has to question it, and he passes. If you pass, you can reward your success gain 1 talent condition and improve. So he gains a talent condition and he proves his observation, which is helpful. So Dr. Vincent Lee improves his observation and he gets 1 talent condition. And he gets elusive. So now he's got a number of talent conditions. During the encounter phase, you may test observation. If you pass, you may choose an encounters if there's no monsters on the space. He has practiced elusive and composed. Now he's quite talented. The talented Dr. Vincent Lee. Okay. And that's going to be that for the encounter. Finally, let's go to Finally, let's go to coming off Shanghai, coming off the moon, coming off Rome. Can go do this one this way. Okay, so let's go next to our Mythos Phase. So everyone has done an encounter. We go to Mythos Phase. It says the Song of Spheres. First of all, we spawn clues. So we get to spawn 2 clues. So let's go ahead to our clue bag and spawn clues and check out what we get here. Miskatonic Outpost, we can't use that one. The Underworld. Okay, we're back. Another clue back in the Underworld. And let's redo that. We get 19. 19's up here. Okay, so we've got another clue on the board. Let's go ahead. Next part of our Mythos Phase is Arkham. An ongoing rumor in Arkham. So it looks like Arkham is going to be a destination we have to get to. So Lavinia Watley has returned to Sentinel Hill. And she means to bring about the end of the world. Wow. Lavinia. Have you guys seen the Color Out of Space with Nicolas Cage? It's kind of campy horror, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's always good to see another Lovecraftian film out there. Lavinia Watley has returned to Sentinel Hill, and she means to bring about the end of the world. Song of the Spheres, ongoing rumor. As an encounter, an investigator on Arkham may attempt to counter the horrid ritual. Okay, so here's our active rumor. We'll put the active rumor token here on Arkham. Definitely lots of work to do in Arkham. We also have to put 3 Eldritch tokens on this card. And once the omen advances, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we'll read that once the omen advances. Check that out. That is going to do it for the end of turn 3. Let's look forward to turn 4. And we'll see you here in the game. Thank you for watching. Thanks for your comments. And looking forward to this. I'm already getting into this Dreamlands. The sideboard is super cool. All of our adventures are already off on the sideboard. Now we've got to get back to the real world and take care of some business. We've got to close a gate. We have to use a gate space like Rome, London, or Shanghai to counter the dream within the Dream Active Mystery. We have an active adventure that we have to get to with Randolph Carter. And I think next turn I'm going to read a little from Randolph Carter. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Check out the link below. See you in turn number 4. Bye-bye.